Good morning, everybody. I woke up at 5 a.m. again, and I just have energy deep inside, and my mind is just stewing on my life and my future life and what I want to create. And I woke up and just had visions of living in Wyzetta. I woke up having visions of being a stock trader, and I had just woke up having visions of going all in on something and watching it fail, watching it go down, and thinking that it's over, that I lost. But knowing that the biggest test in life is when things are down. Can you still be optimistic? Can you still have faith in yourself? You know, that things are gonna recover and that they're gonna go back up. And for an example, there was a time in 2020, I believe, where I went really heavy into this coin called Litecoin. I put like 50 grand on it, and the day after I bought it, it just tanked, and immediately I lost like 10 grand. And I thought, man, why did I do something so stupid? Why did I take such a risk like that? But something deep inside of me, it's like it broke. When I lost that 10 grand, it developed a muscle inside of me of resilience. Instead of selling and being a coward, I just held on, and like about a month or two later, the thing just shot up like a 3x, 2 or 3x. And that really helped me a lot. You know, I had just extra money to do whatever I wanted, to be generous, to just have that extra freedom in life. And so now I'm having this vision that I need to do that again. I need to find something. Well, I already did. This is another point of the video. Is yesterday I came home after being inspired of driving around, and I was like, you know what, man? If I don't take a big risk, I'm gonna stay at this level forever. You know, I need to take a big educated risk. And so yesterday I just hit the buy button like a crazy man on this one thing that I believe in. And it wasn't even scary. It just felt right. But deep down I know that I might wake up today and the market's gonna open and it's gonna go down and I'm gonna lose a lot of money. And I've already made peace with that could happen. But I know what I want in life, and I want to have a certain way that I want to live. And so that's what I'm doing. And maybe you can resonate with that. Maybe you want to take a risk in your life to do something to just break the mold of your entire life, you know? Imagine living one way and then climbing a little bit, living one way, then staying there for a long time. I feel like most people want to climb more and see what else life has to offer, and climb that mountain and actually enjoy the view. And that's what I want. And so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm heavily invested in something right now, and I believe it's going to rocket here soon. And with that, I'm gonna build my life. I'm gonna have more outlets of creativity. You know, I'm gonna be able to build and create, partner with people, and just keep doing my part in this world to move forward and help others move forward. And having that extra money to be generous to give back to God, give back to causes that I believe in, and blessing other people. And so with that being said, that's kind of like a vision of where I am and where I want to go with my business. And I wanted to make a quick video about just also, if you just refrain from distractions like Nofap and, you know, doing things that aren't going to be beneficial to you and that actually drain you of your energy and your vitality and your strength. If you refrain from that, I believe you'll have the same thing. You'll wake up at 5 in the morning. You know, you'll start thinking creatively. Your mind will tell you, hey, go stretch, go drive by this neighborhood, go drive by this town, take a trip, go get inspired, see a new level of life. and have it motivate you to even more get out of bed, to not be average, to not be too comfortable, to be thankful where you are. I'm super thankful. I get on my knees every night and I thank God for what I have. And I'm grateful for how far He's brought me. But I still want to keep going. You know, it's kind of like the people in the scriptures. They didn't stop in the desert just because there was manna and food. They were like, we want to keep going. We want to see the promised land. And that's how I feel. I want to see my promised land. I was somebody that grew up real poor in the trailer park and just total dysfunction. And I want to see how I can turn things around for my next generation. I want to see what an impact I can make. So, also another thing that happened yesterday that was really cool was, you know, I went to the gym in black pajamas, and just like a black wife beater. And I was just locked in working out. I had just sweat everywhere all over me. And, you know, I was doing these ones where you're kind of on the bench and you're pulling back. You're kind of like leaned over and you're pulling back on that shit. And I was looking the opposite direction as everybody else looking at the mirrors. So I didn't really know who was behind me. But there was a point where I was racking my weights and I turned around and there was just gorgeous women behind me. I was like, okay, cool. And I didn't think that was a coincidence because that place was it was very empty when I showed up. But whatever, I'm not trying to like inflate my ego. I'm really just trying to give a little red meat to guys because I know that we're all motivated, you know. We can be motivated in life by women, to have a family, you know, to have sex, shit like that. And so I want to share this for guys that, you know, want that. And another thing that happened yesterday is I pulled up to a red light to take a left, but as I normally do, I always overshoot and go over the crosswalk a little bit. So I was way over the crosswalk. Not like crazy, but just a good amount. And all of a sudden this car just like really fast whipped right next to me. And I thought, oh, that's weird. Like people usually stay behind the crosswalk. So I looked over and just locked eyes with this absolute beautiful blonde girl. She was just grabbing her ponytail and like flicking it around, grabbing it and moving it around. And we locked eyes for about 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds. And then she looked away. And then I just kept looking I looked away too, but then I looked back and I noticed that she was just kind of twitchy. Like she didn't know what to do. I think she got more than she bargained for when she pulled up. She didn't expect me to actually give her that strength of strong eyes and not being afraid to look her in the eyes. And so I just kind of noticed she was just like, after that, she was kind of stretching her neck. And I guess what I'm really trying to say is, you know, if you put the work in, you do the Nofap, you work out, you work on your business, you can have whatever you want in this world if you put the work in. But nothing is going to come easy. Money's not going to come easy. You know, chicks aren't going to come easy. You just got to do the work. And before you know it, you're going to be a different person. And you're going to experience different things that are pretty sweet. So anyways, I wanted to share that. I might make another quick video on some topics later. Peace.